Hello and welcome to lesson 4. I just started the stopwatch, so this lesson's not going to be 8 minutes long, hopefully. Hopefully you've been practicing your, hopefully it's coming along pretty nicely. Hopefully you get the hang of holding your pick and playing some notes. Starting to feel comfortable. I thought that I'd do a quick lesson on how to play your first chord today, because the chord's pretty fun. I'm sure a lot of the first things you'll be playing on guitar are probably some easy songs that have a lot of chords. You'll probably be playing the beginner chords such as D, G, A, and E major, and E minor. So I thought today we'd cover E major, because it's quite a comfortable chord to play. It feels, I mean, like if you look at the way your hand kind of sits, and then when I go to the chord, it's kind of already like in the shape almost, if you know what I mean. Like it's kind of just the way your hand sits is kind of almost an E major. I don't know. But yeah, it's an easy chord to play, so we're gonna try that out. Playing chords is different than playing single notes, and you'll see why in a second. Oh, we haven't covered tab yet. I think I'm gonna cover tab in the next lesson, because in the last lesson I just told you what the notes were and you kind of have to remember them. But in the next lesson, I'll show you how to read tab so that I can put tab up on the screen and you can look at that, or you can download it and you can look at other lessons of people who have tab, and you can go to Ultimate Guitar and learn songs from tab. Yeah, it's awesome. Once you learn tab, you'll be sweet. It'll be great. But anyway, E major chord. Here we go. This is what it sounds like, by the way. So it sounds, it sounds like a major chord. It sounds happy. It's in the key of E major. And yeah, like I said, it's a very comfortable chord to learn, start out with, and one of the benefits of learning the E major chord is that you get to play all the strings. You get to pick all the strings. You get to go like that, bam. As opposed to some of the other chords where you have to kind of try to only pick a few of the strings or mute some strings. So this is a nice easy one to start with. And I'll shut up now and actually get to the notes. So last time we were playing only on the E string. Now this, for the E major chord, since the root note is E, the first string is going to be open. So we're going to be playing the E. So you don't need to put any fingers on the first string. Now when it comes to the next string, which is the A string, you don't need to remember that, but if you want to, it's cool. You're going to take your middle finger and you're going to put it on the 2nd fret. So remember last time we put our first finger on the 2nd fret? This time we're going to be using our 2nd finger. And you'll see why in a second, because we need our first finger for one of the other strings. So 2nd finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret. That's how you remember where the E, like the E major chord starts. 2, 2, 2. 2nd string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger. And that's the note. So so far we've got the open string and the 2nd fret. So if you play the first 2 strings, it will sound like this. And then it's pretty easy to remember. The next string is actually exactly the same. It's the 2nd fret. So now this is where maybe it's a little bit awkward for a beginner, because you're playing 2 notes. One's like right below the other note. So basically, you might be doing some of this, picking up your finger and kind of going, you go there, you can come on behind the other one. But it is the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, which is the D string. So go down 3, and that is the note you want to play. So you want to try to get your finger just underneath your other one like that. I'll move the guitar up so you can see it a bit closer here. See the way both of my fingers, they're kind of on the same fret, but different strings. One's kind of behind the other one. And yeah, that's what you want to aim for there. And it might be a little bit tricky at first. Maybe the E major chord wasn't as good as a chord I thought to begin with, but every different thing has its difficulties, and you'll get it. You'll get the hang of it. Now, last finger. That's right. There's three fingerings for the E major chord, and the last one is a 1st fret on the next string. So you always start with the first string you come to, which is the 2nd string. You get the 2nd fret. You get the 3rd string. You get the 2nd fret, and then on the 4th string, which is this one. Oh, sorry, this one. You will be playing the 1st fret. which is actually it's very easy because you don't have to worry about getting your finger, you know, tucked in behind anything. So just first fret, and that's it. So pinky doesn't do anything. Just put it wherever you want. And if you've managed to get your fingers, you know, planted down and they're in this position, don't let go, and just strum all of the strings like this. So hopefully it sounds something like mine. Might even sound better than mine. I actually really need to change my guitar strings. They're not sounding too great these days. So yeah, that is the E major chord. If you're like I said, if you're having any problem getting your fingers to kind of stay down, you might be doing a little bit of this, kind of trying to push them down, get them like stuck in place. It just takes practice really, and once you learn some other chords, you can practice changing between the chords, and that's when you'll really start to master sort of the basics of playing different chords, because you do need to be able to change from different, you know, from chord to chord quite quickly sometimes. So, but as for now, just worry about getting your fingers down and getting it to sound good. So that's all for this lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson. Hopefully we will learn how to read some tab, and that'll really get you flying. You'll be racing ahead towards intermediate lessons. So, see you in the next lesson, and goodbye.